Hello, so I'm in Blender 2.8 and I'm going to show you how to do gravity. So first of all, I'll click Shift A and add a plane, click S to scale it up, and I will raise up the cube by clicking G, Z, and I'll put it about there. So to do gravity, first you go to this Physics tab here, and rigid body. This is an active rigid body, which means it moves, and this also rigid body, but this is a passive rigid body, and just like that I can get it to full. So obviously I can rotate this by clicking R, Y, and I'll rotate it a bit to make it a bit more interesting, and you can see it falls. So I go into some of the details. I'm in the passive rigid body now. Animated just means that it can be controlled by an animated system. This is shape. Convex hull normally does the job, but if you have a box, you can set it to box. If the shape is a sphere, you can set it to sphere. Obviously, sphere and box won't work in this situation. Surface response, so you can turn up or down the bounciness of it, and obviously you can change the friction. Sensitivity, you can just control the margins, and a lot of these won't be important for a beginner. Now we've got the active part of the system. So dynamic means that it will move in the system, and animated, the same as before, it can be controlled by an animated system. You can control the mass by this here. You can turn up or down the mass. 1 kilogram is normally okay for most things. Once again, you can set it to convex hull, or in this situation you can use box, because obviously it is a box. I'm going to put that back to convex hull, and this is just, you can change the source of this. Set it to form, base, or final. I'm going to turn up the bounciness to make it bounce a bit more, change the friction, and the same margins as before. So now it should bounce instead of just fall to the ground, which is much more interesting. So then you can obviously get the rotation and get it like a trampoline. You can also add multiple different objects to the system, so I'm going to add another cube here. This one is not set to bounce, so rigid body is already on active. I might turn up the mass a bit. Now these two will interact in the system. One will bounce, one will not. Yeah, so gravity is quite easy to do. As you can see, yeah, it falls off the side, the thing, and I can set this one to bounciness if I wanted to. And you can see they both bounce and they fall down. I may need to expand this a bit. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in future videos.